guys, now let us see how to retrieve the data from the database. So we all know how to create, insert and update. For retrieving the data from the database, we need to use ResultSet. Again, ResultSet is an interface. Okay, how to work with the ResultSet? Let me just explain you. So before going into the coding part, here I will explain. So what is the query? It is simply select star from co-student. This is the SQL query. Till now what did you do? Actually you created a connection object. Connection con is equal to driver manager.get connection, passing the URL, username and password. Then you created a statement. Using the statement you were calling the execute method. Now what we are doing is we are going in for retrieving the data from database. So for that we have to use ResultSet. So this is actually driver manager.get connection. Yeah, the first statement is driver manager.get connection. You are passing the URL, username and password. Next we need to create the statement object. Statement st equal to connection.create statement. Correct? Yeah. So using the connection we are creating the statement object. So next what did we do? We called statement.execute and we were passing the SQL query. The return type of execute was boolean. But now in this case I am querying the database. I need to get some result. So the method is execute query. Statement.execute query. It's one single word. Now here you need to pass SQL. What is the return type of the statement.SQL query? It is ResultSet. ResultSet rs is equal to statement.execute query. Now what actually I can do with this ResultSet? That's what we are going to see now. So I hope you can understand all these lines. First is I have given an SQL statement. Select star from co-student. I want to retrieve the data from the database. First as usual create a connection object. Create a statement object. Using this statement object called execute query method, you are passing the SQL statement. It is going to return a ResultSet. Now what is this ResultSet? How it is going to be? It is like a pointer. You remember when we were working with scanner, what the scanner will do? It is like a pointer. It is a cursor. What will you do? You will check. If there is next, then take the next element and assign it to a particular value. Then move to the next element. So same way here also in this case the ResultSet pointer is going to move. But here it is in the form of a table. You all know when you are working with scanner the delimiter is a space. So after the space, after the data it will go and wait for the next element once a space is given. Correct? So same way here it is in the form of a table. When you write ResultSet rs is equal to statement.execute query, when you pass select star from co-student, the whole data, the whole table will be stored in the ResultSet. Now this rs is like a pointer. So it is going to point to the first row. So what are the methods available in this ResultSet? rs.next. You remember we have worked with the iterator. What are the methods in the iterator? While it.hasNext. We used to use it.hasNext. In the next line we will write it.next. Correct? So same way here also when you are using the ResultSet, you are going to check while rs.next. Check if there is a next element. If there is a next element, what you need to do? So the next element means what? Here in this case it is not one single value, but it is one complete row. The whole row is taken. In that row what are the columns I am having? I am having name, I am having ID, I am having city. So now I need to retrieve one by one. How to retrieve the data? Name, what it will return? Of type string. ID will return type int. City will return type string. So now I will write the code. You have to tell me whether it is correct. So this is my table. My table is having 7 rows. Now what I will do is I am going to write ResultSet rs is equal to statement.execute query. I will pass the query here. Next is while rs.next. And here it is pointing to the first row. I am taking the first row. From the first row I have to retrieve one by one column. When I am taking one by one column, it has to return the appropriate data type. So I have to write string name equal to rs dot. The methods are get string, get int, get double, get float, get long, based on the data type that you have given for your column. The first one is string. So now within this I need to either pass the column name or I can pass the column number. In our case, the column name is name. So I can pass directly name. If we really don't know the name, we can pass the number. If I don't know the column name, I see whether it is student ID or ID, I don't know. So what I can do? I can pass rs dot getInt of the column number 2. The return type, again it is an int value. Int stid equal to rs dot getInt of 2. And the third one is rs dot getString of city. This is going to return city. Now tell me which one is better, passing the column number or column name? Which one is a better option? I will explain it. Say here in our case I am having name, student ID and city. So what is the column number 1, 2 and 3? Now what happened is, like I don't want to give the column names and I really don't know what is that first column. I assume that it has to be student ID. So what I am doing, I am calling rs.getInt of 1. No double quotes, 1. GetInt of I have given and I am returning it as a int variable. Now what will happen when you call rs.getInt of 1, if you are trying to retrieve ID, this will give you an error because the first column is of type string. It's very difficult to remember the data type of a particular column if you are having more than 3 or 4 columns. It's very difficult. If you are having more than 20 or 30 columns, it's very difficult to remember the data type of each and every column. But if it is the column name, at least like by column name, I can just realize it. Even if I don't realize it, I can just call it directly. I can retrieve it as an object. So that is why it's always better to call it with the column name. Now let us try this out. So we are going to work with ResultSet. Let me copy the same insert demo. Control C, Control V, result demo. Guys, remember, don't give the class name just like that. Most of the kids, what they will do is they will give it as ResultSet. ResultSet by default is an inbuilt interface. If you try to give the same name, it will give an error. Okay, let me open ResultSet demo. Yeah. So what is the SQL query? It is simply select star from co-student, right? URL, username, password, all these are fine. Driver manager.getConnection, getting a connection object, creating a statement. Then after that, now instead of statement.execute, we are going to have statement.execute query. See the return type of execute query, it is ResultSet. Now it is ResultSet. Guys, you need to close the ResultSet also. So it is mandatory that you need to write it outside the try block. ResultSet rs is equal to statement.execute. Now here it is, while rs dot next. It's returning a boolean value. If there is a next row, move on to the next row. So it will go till the end of the row. So first it will go to the first row, it will return the row. You are going to take the values column by column in the first row. It will move on to the next row, move on to the next row till it reaches the final row. I will put this also outside because I need to close ResultSet also. All these are very important when you are going to create your application. If rs is not equal to null, rs dot close. Okay. Now in this case, if I want to retrieve one by one column, rs dot get string of the column name is name. It is going to return a string. Next one, rs dot get int of. You can give either the column name or the column number. I am giving column number. Int id equal to rs dot get int of 1. The next one is city. String city equal to rs dot get string of city. Okay. Now within this while loop itself, we can print all the values. So I want to give a tab space. So backslash t plus id plus backslash t plus city. That's it. We don't need this line. Can you see there is an error in this program? rs is giving me a warning. It means what? Null pointer access. Why? Because I am supposed to give rs is equal to statement.execute query. I missed that. That is why it's giving me an error. I mean, it's giving me a warning. If I try to run this application, it will give me null pointer exception. Why? Because in line number 18, we have initialized rs to null. Then I am supposed to write rs is equal to statement.execute query. I missed writing that, but I moved on to the next line while rs dot next. So this will give me null pointer exception. So let me just add it. rs is equal to statement.execute query. The warning is gone. Save it, run it. Control F11. Failed to convert the internal representation. So now let us see what is the error. Guys, anybody can guess what is the error? How many columns we are having? 3 columns. This is column 1, column 2, column 3. But what I have done, explicitly I have given it as get int of 1. I assume that ID is in column 1. But what is in column 1? Name is in column 1. ID is not in column 1, it is in column 2. Because it was not able to convert that, it is giving you an exception. Can you see that? Failed to convert to internal representation. In which line? Line number 25. Okay. So here this has to be 2. That is why always it's better to use the column name rather than the column number. Now you are getting the output.